Welcome to Wisdom Teachings with Dr. Amanda Love. Today's topic, the healing journey. The healing journey. We are a quick fix society. We want everything to happen instantly, if not yesterday. Patience is not a virtue that many of us have anymore. If our Amazon package comes a day or two later than what was originally projected, we are irritated. If we want to lose weight but haven't achieved our ideal size in 3 weeks' time, we give up. If the business we are creating isn't up and thriving in 6 months, we see it as a failure or not destined to be. We think that everything is supposed to happen overnight and don't have much bandwidth for the journey. The same is true for our healing. If we have a sensation or feeling that we don't like, we think it's supposed to be gone yesterday. If we have thought patterns that we've been entertaining for most of our life, we assume we should be able to be completely free of them in an instant. When our sensation persists, the feelings that we don't want are still there, and we continue to entertain thoughts that don't serve us, we see failure, either our own, or we project that sense of failure outwards onto others and see them as failing us. Even though we conceptually know that life is not about the destination but rather the journey, we are all trying to get to the destination. We are attempting to get somewhere other than where we are. We want to get out of this uncomfortable human experience rather than be present in it. The attempt to get it over with, it being the sensation, feeling, thought, or experience that we don't like or want, is our true suffering. The result of resisting where we are is this gnawing, unsettling, anxious, depressive, distressful, and disconnected state. We go into wanting answers and certainty. We jump from thing to thing, thinking that our answers lie inside of one of those things. We think that if we can just get some certainty about something, then we will feel better. If we could just know when this experience that we don't like will end, then we could rest. Our impatience with not knowing and trying to get somewhere else hijacks our capacity to be present and to heal. We will not be able to touch healing or presence until we get this. Metamorphosis naturally emerges from presence. Resistance keeps what is in place in place. Melting into what is frees us from it. All of these things seem contradictory to the mind that thinks it needs to do something in order to fix it. I'm not suggesting that there isn't a time for action, quite the contrary. Perfectly orchestrated action occurs when we come into agreement with what is. The journey of healing is the return to wholeness, yet wholeness is now. Unless we see wholeness now, we will not see it when we arrive at our preferred weight, when our business takes off, or when the sensations and feelings we think interfere with our experience of wholeness go away. It takes a great deal of showing up for yourself in order to stop the pattern of impatience, which is really just avoiding the moment. What do I mean by showing up for yourself? I mean staying the course, being committed, having persistence, doing whatever it takes, and being all in. Don't be flaky. Dig your heels in. Remember why you are and what's important to you. Don't give up so easily. Stop seeking instant gratification. Surrender to your experience. Celebrate the little and big victories every day, not just when what you think you want arrives. The journey is a sequence of 1 billion tiny steps. See the gift in each one. Don't want anything to go away. Be more grateful for what is than you are desirous to achieve your goal. Watch how that changes everything. The reason that this changes everything is because you change. The reason why being impatient and waiting for circumstances to change doesn't make you any happier or bring you greater peace is because you don't change in the process. Something will arise inside of your experience in the next day or week or month, and you will find yourself cycling back into the same feelings of being impatient and wanting to get somewhere else. You will never feel settled in yourself. It's not the circumstance changing that does anything except perhaps provide temporary relief. The same gnawing, unsettling, anxious, depressive, distressful, and disconnected state will follow you no matter what happens or doesn't happen if you don't realize that you are the source of it all. Healing has absolutely nothing to do with anything going away. Every sensation, feeling, and thought that you have that you don't like is a catalyst for you in some way. What that means is that it contains learning for you. There is something you are to discover, learn, accept, or transform inside of you through this experience. That's it. Despite all of our conditioning, which leads us to believe that healing is about certain feelings and sensations going away, this is not the case. You can be perfectly healed, perfectly whole, and still experience feelings and sensations. In fact, it's nearly guaranteed that you will. When you approach feeling and sensation as information for learning and growth, rather than as a problem to be gotten rid of, you are effectively utilizing the catalyst that your higher self is offering you to learn whatever it is you need to learn. I've discovered over the years that nothing shifts until we learn what we are to learn from it. Even if one sensation goes away, if we haven't learned the lessons from it, it will manifest in another way or form. You just can't get rid of your learning despite how hard you might try at times. Just to be clear, this is not a form of punishment from our higher selves to us, but rather it's a gift. I know it can be hard to believe that, especially when we really dislike our sensations, feelings, or experiences. Yet everything in this universe is working for us. It's not out to get us. Imagine if you can start to see and experience everything from this lens. How differently would you experience your sensations and feelings? How much more readily would the lessons be apparent to you rather than you aimlessly seeking for answers and solutions?